There was once a man named Raghav who lived in a bustling city where everyone seemed to be running towards something: money, fame, love, recognition. The streets were always loud, the nights restless, and ambition filled the air like smoke from countless chimneys. Raghav was no different. He woke each morning with his chest tight, his mind racing, already planning the battles of the day. Yet deep inside he carried a quiet ache. No matter what he achieved, the satisfaction never lasted. He earned promotions, but the joy faded in days. He bought new clothes, but the shine dulled in weeks. He traveled to new places, but the emptiness always traveled with him. It was as if he was forever eating, but never full. One late night, unable to sleep, he wandered the quiet lanes of the city until he reached its edge. Beyond the concrete and glass, there was a patch of silence, a small monastery with wooden gates, and a courtyard lit by the moon. Drawn by something he could not name, he stepped inside. An old monk sat there, tending to a single lantern that flickered in the night air. Raghav bowed politely, unsure why he had come. The monk looked up, his face lit with calmness that felt almost otherworldly. "Why do you look so restless?" the monk asked. Raghav laughed softly. "Because life never feels enough. No matter what I gain, something inside me is always hungry." The monk studied him for a long moment, then asked, "When was the last time you drank water?" Confused, Raghav said, "Just an hour ago." "And was your thirst quenched?" "Yes, of course." The monk nodded. "And yet did you not become thirsty again later?" Raghav tilted his head, puzzled. "Of course. That is the nature of thirst." "Exactly," the monk whispered. "And desire works the same way. You quench it for a moment, but it returns again. The problem is not thirst. The problem is believing that one drink will satisfy you forever." Raghav fell silent. The words echoed through his chest. Was this the reason he was never satisfied? Because he kept expecting permanent fulfillment from temporary pleasures. But he was not ready to surrender. Then what should a man do? Stop desiring altogether, live without dreams, without ambition. The monk smiled faintly. Desire is like fire. When used with wisdom, it gives warmth, cooks food, brings light. But when left uncontrolled, it burns the house to ashes. The question is not whether you should desire, but whether you let desire own you. Those words unsettled Raghav. He returned to the city, but his mind would not rest. Everywhere he looked, he saw people running with their flames untamed, men chasing money like hunters, women scrolling endlessly through glittering images of lives not their own, children comparing toys and achievements as if life were a scoreboard. Weeks later, restless again, Raghav went back to the monastery. This time he found the monk sitting by a well. Without speaking, the monk handed him a bucket and asked him to draw water. Raghav lowered the bucket, filled it, and brought it up, panting from the effort. "Now carry this bucket to the top of the hill," the monk instructed. Raghav frowned. The hill was steep and the bucket heavy. Still he obeyed. By the time he reached the top, water had spilled out with every step. When he arrived, the bucket was nearly empty. The monk followed slowly, then asked, "Where is the water?" "It spilled on the way," Raghav admitted, frustrated. The monk's eyes softened. "This is how you live," he said. "You climb endlessly, carrying desires as if they will fill you, but they spill away before you reach the top. You exhaust yourself only to stand at the peak with an empty bucket." Raghav's breath caught in his throat. He could see his own life reflected in the image. Promotions, wealth, recognition, all things he had spilled on the way, leaving him emptier than before. "So what must I do?" he asked in a whisper. The monk pointed at the well below. "Draw water again. Drink. Let it quench you now. Do not carry it up the hill expecting it to last forever. Learn to taste each moment while it is here. Raghav descended slowly. He filled the bucket again, and this time he drank deeply at the well. The water was cool, refreshing, alive. For the first time in years, he realized he had been so obsessed with filling his future that he had forgotten how to taste the present. That night, he stayed at the monastery, sitting in silence as the stars lit the sky. For the first time, the hunger inside him did not feel unbearable. For the first time, the silence did not feel empty. Now, listener, pause for a moment. Think about your own life. How often do you climb hills with buckets that spill before you reach the top? How often do you tell yourself, when I achieve this, then I will be happy. When I buy this, then I will be satisfied. When others respect me, then I will feel enough. And yet, when you arrive, your bucket is empty again. You thirst once more. You chase again, you run endlessly. The truth is simple. Life will always bring thirst. But fulfillment does not come from storing water for the future. It comes from drinking deeply in the present, from savoring the meal before you, from laughing fully with the people beside you, from feeling the wind on your face without waiting for tomorrow. Raghav's life did not change overnight. He still worked, still dreamed, still faced challenges. But now, when he drank water, he drank it fully. When he walked, he noticed the sky. When he succeeded, he celebrated without clinging. When he failed, he learned without despairing. And slowly, the hunger inside him softened. Because he had discovered the truth that had eluded him all his life. Happiness is not found at the top of the hill. It is found at the well, in the sip you take now. So ask yourself tonight, are you chasing with an empty bucket, or are you willing to pause, to drink, to live, here, now?